kick off our 2020 New Zealand Rugby League Awards this year, we start with the Grassroots Club of the Year. This award is given to a club who has made a difference in their local community and shown a commitment to the Kiwi way and more than a game ethos of New Zealand Rugby League. Our first nominee is the Timaru Outlaws. The Timaru Outlaws have had a significant ascendance since their inception in 2016. They have grown the rugby league culture in the Timaru area and now have taken a couple of teams to the Pacific Series.
We took 3 teams to the Pacific Series at short notice at the end of the season, which was a real success, culturally wise and for the club growth wise. We were recognised there with the Best and Fairest Award trophy from the 10 to 18 years grade.
I'm very thankful for the community. This is a good safe haven for everybody. As we like to ensure and let them know, no matter what, when you come here, you belong here. This is home. This whenua is yours. No one owns the land, we all belong to it. The saying it's going to be one of ours is many flags, one jersey.
Our second nominee are the Eastern Eagles in Christchurch. The Eastern Eagles are a community-based club, and when the harsh COVID-19 lockdown periods hit, the Eastern Eagles created food packs as well as toys to send to the community during these tough times.
Task force job was to connect with families and figure out what needs they had, and then we were looking to resource to help.
During COVID, we pretty much just got a small team together, so we got all these packages up, distributed it all, got to see everybody, which was absolutely amazing.
And our winner is the Mangere East Hawks, who provided a COVID-19 centre as well as soup kitchens at their club for the local community.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, it's my great pleasure to award Mangere East Rugby League Club Grassroots Club of the Year for 2020. Congratulations.
Mangere East showed that this is more than a game, that rugby league has the power to impact not just their players and coaches, but the community as a whole. Congratulations, Mangere East.
This is very humbling. This is very humbling. We have to acknowledge all of our members, all of our volunteers. It's just been a crazy year. Whānau is very important for us. You wouldn't be able to significantly give your part or your bit into not only the club itself, but the game.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, it gives me great pleasure to present you with the Pūtek Volunteer of the Year Award for 2020. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Despite several disabilities, Takahiwai's Shane Wessel, a single father of 4, never lets his disability get in the way of going above and beyond for his local club, whānau and community.
I'm from Takahiwai League Club. I've been here most of my life. My grandfather was a player, my parent was a supporter for the club, and I was a player for a little while. And then after that, when I helped my children, when I stepped back in the club again and support for my kid and help all other children, coaching, managing, barbecue, fundraising, this is my home. This year was a great honour to be awarded for the service for the club, for the junior and the senior. Today, I'm overwhelmed. I've got a lot of my word on there. I would just like to thank you, mainly my children. They're the one that encouraged me. When they start playing league, it should bring back all the memory. Wanting for my kid, I want to be here. And they are my next generation to take over for our generation. And hopefully they'll follow my footsteps, their grandparent, their great parent. And hopefully they'll do it and keep the club going for the next 100 years.
The 2020 Match Official of the Year goes to Paki Parkinson for his outstanding season officiating the NZRL Premiership, NZ16s and New Zealand Residents vs New Zealand Māori Residents match.
Referee Paki Parkinson gets the game underway.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, and accept the Domestic Coach of the Year 2020.
Phil Gordon coached his undefeated Akarana side to an impressive 5th NZRL premiership, as well as the New Zealand resident 16s to a convincing 42-6 victory over the New Zealand Māori resident 17s.
I think that's what every sort of coach aspires for when coaching, and you start to make your way up, and being able to coach at top level men's and be associated with women's and have opportunities. It means everything. It's just a real satisfying acknowledgement of the work that's put in to be able to coach at this level with such great athletes, to work with staff like we do. It's a real privilege, real honour.
Hi Trey, just on behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, just want to congratulate you on the awesome season, but most of all, winning the Under-16s Player of the Year for 2020. Congratulations and awesome, right?
The 2020 New Zealand 16s Player of the Year was awarded to Marist's Trey Fortu. He was a standout against the New Zealand Māori 17s, scoring a double and continually asking questions of the defence.
First time being part of it was just overwhelming experience, and it was good to play along some boys that I already knew, and getting to see new faces was just pretty good, and the result was pretty good. At first I was happy and overwhelmed, but it motivated me more to just try to do my best and perform well for everyone, for my family especially.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, Sam, it's our great pleasure to present you with the 18s Player of the Year for 2020. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
The NZ18's Player of the Year for 2020 is awarded to Northcote Tiger and New Zealand 18s Club's captain, Sam McIntyre. Sam captained the NZ18's club team in the inaugural Schools v Clubs match, leading his side to a 34-22 victory.
Early touches for Sam McIntyre, and there is the try, and the clubs team on the board first.
Oh, it's unreal, eh? It just makes me realise that I worked very hard to be in the position I'm in, and obviously there was a lot of boys that could have received this award, but I'm pretty privileged to be able to accept this award.
Sam McIntyre.
Every time you play for your country, you know it's something special. Played with all those boys pretty much my whole life, from Auckland rep teams and just normal club teams. It's real good to just run out on the field and represent your country with your brothers you've grown up with. Junior Kiwis is another honour I really want to represent, and that's it's one of my main goals, is to try to crack that 20s or whatever 19s team it is, and that's one of my main goals.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, we'd like to present you and award you with the first ever Domestic Woman Player of the Year Award 2020.
Harata Butler took home the first ever NZRL Domestic Women's Player of the Year after a successful season in the county's Manukau colours, earning her MVP of Sky Sports Women's Premiership as well as her international Kiwi Ferns debut.
This year's been so overwhelming with everything that's happened, and on top of that, I've still come out on top with my games and things like that, and I guess these are just bonuses. Never going expecting to winning games, yes, but winning or receiving awards and things like that, none of that's kind of on the mindset. It's all about doing the mahi, really. It's a feeling that I don't know how to put words to. If anything, it just makes me smile from ear to ear, really. I'm lost for words. Our women's game is growing, but I guess being recognised within our own national, New Zealand national tournament, and being treated up there with our men's was, I think that was a big highlight, and it just goes to show that Women's Rugby League is starting to get the recognition that we deserve. The main person I do want to thank is obviously my dad. He was my biggest supporter and my biggest critic, and I guess that just shaped the way that I do play, and kind of gives me the extra mongrel.
On behalf of New Zealand Rugby League, Francis, it gives me great pleasure to present you with Domestic Player of the Year for 2020. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Akarana veteran Francis Ledger was awarded NZRL Domestic Men's Player of the Year due to his outstanding season captaining Akarana for their 5th straight NZRL Premiership victory, as well as the New Zealand residents.
Our Akarana season this year was different. We had a new coach, plus we had a season that was cut short from the Fox. So we had a whole bunch of players that were ready and keen to play this year, and we came away with the victory again, which we're grateful for. And residents too, we got to represent New Zealand as well. Especially this season, I just want to, I got to give thanks to the boys, everyone I played with this year, especially the boys on my left side. I got to give up to my second row, Maddie, Jordan and Sammy. If it wasn't for them, so as well as the boys in the middle and on the right edge, if it wasn't for them I wouldn't have received this award. So I know that this award doesn't come by itself. It comes with a lot of gratitude from myself to my players and the people inside and outside of me. So I'm just grateful for my teammates and just grateful to receive this award, and yeah, I'm just thankful.